Hey, good morning, Duluth Vineyard. I am continuing a series of reflections from the passage we looked at this past weekend. It's out of Philippians chapter 1, verses 27 to 30. And one of the main things that we were talking about was how suffering is actually pretty normal as followers of Jesus. Verse 29 reads like this: For it has been granted to you on behalf of Christ, not only to believe in him, but also to suffer for him. It's been granted to you on behalf of Christ, not only to believe in him, but to also suffer for him. Like, the two main things of Christianity that we see in that verse are faith and suffering. And I think it's true that most of us following Jesus really actually do want to serve God. Like, we want to press into that. But we also don't want it to cause a great deal of pain. We don't want to remain uncomfortable. We don't want to feel too constricted. We want to serve God, but we want to make it easy on ourselves, kind of like following him at a distance, not being too closely identified. I think of Peter being confronted during the trial that Jesus had, and how the girl says, "Hey, you're one of them," and he says, "No, I'm not." And finally he goes, "Dag nabbit, no, I'm not," and really gets mad about it. And right then he's reminded of Jesus' words that you will deny me, no matter how loyal he claims to be. And it's like he keeps his distance from that. And I just wonder how often we do that, you and I. It's an inevitable appointment that God has for you and I as followers of Jesus, that we're going to suffer. And the whole reason for that is because we are proclaiming, not just with our words, but with our very lives, that Christ is Lord. That means everything else is not. That means my view of my sexuality is not Lord. That means my money is not Lord. My possessions are not Lord. That means my time and my talents are not Lord. That means my children are not Lord. When Christ really becomes Lord, it means everything else is not. And my reflection for today is, I wonder how God might want to confront each of us with the areas that his lordship covers that we would rather it did not. There's areas where we just want to continue to be in charge. And I wonder how he might actually really draw us to himself in a deeper, more sustaining, intimate way as we let go of some of those other things. I love the old quote that I read from C.S. Lewis, if I can find it here, that we wish from time to time that God didn't love us so much, because in his love he's going to confront those things that we hold on to tighter than him. As a shepherd would maybe sternly correct the sheep that are going astray, God will correct us because of his great love and because of the healing and healthiness he wants to bring to our lives. What would it take internally to begin to change so that I welcome that correction? I look forward to it rather than I get mad about it. Lord, would you bring us to a point where we welcome your intervention in our lives? Hey guys, have a great rest of the day. Bless you.